everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Marie and I am a beautiful mess, officially. Here on my channel, I like to do a lot of project panning content, eyeshadow content, and really any other kind of makeup content that I can think of. So if that sounds good to you, sit back, relax, and come on a magical makeup journey with me. Today we're doing something just a little bit different. I'm doing a collab with DW from Dub's Beauty Diary. So if you haven't come across her channel, absolutely head on over there and check her out. I will link her channel down in the description box below. She's an amazing creator, super supportive friend over on Instagram. And when she messaged me and asked me if I wanted to do a collab, I absolutely said yes. So the collab that we are doing today is going to be a palette bingo with the Twilight eyeshadow palette from Collab. So if you want to see what shades we picked to do this palette bingo with and what kind of eye look I decided to go with, well then sit tight. We're going to jump right into it. So like I said, DW and I are doing a palette bingo with the Twilight palette here. So let me open up this palette so you can see the color story. She had asked me how many eyeshadows I usually use in a look, and I said typically I use 5. So we thought it only fair that she randomly generated 3 shades and I randomly generated 3 shades. So we are both using 6 shades, and I will put the video up here of the random numbers that we drew. But basically we are working with shades 2, 3, 4, 11, 12, and 15. So this is definitely going to be interesting. Let me swatch this color story out for you. So this is shade number 2, and this is called Unconditionally. And I'm really horrible at swatches. So that's shade number 2, Unconditionally. Shade number 3, which is called Prom Night. Shade number 4, which is called Immortal. So definitely a good color story starting out. So these were the shades that I actually generated. So I was super excited to see this. The random number generator liked me, I think. I got 12 like 3 times because I didn't turn the repeat off of my random number generator. So the shades that DW randomly generated was 11, 12, and 15. So let's take a look at what those look like. So shade number 11 is a shade called Impossibly Fast. So that definitely throws a monkey wrench into this blue color story right here. Number 12 is a shade called Bella. Definitely throws a monkey wrench into plans there. And then number 15 is a shade called Forever Young. Definitely an interesting color story right there. So I'm gonna see what I can do with this color story. I think I have an idea of what I want to do. I think where I'm gonna do this brown really throws a monkey wrench into things. Really throws a monkey wrench into things. All right, let's see what I can come up with. All right, now that I have clean fingers, this is the color story that we're working with here. I think I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to start with shade number 11, which is called Impossibly Fast in my crease. So I'm going to take a number 15 rougher brush, and I'm going to go into shade number 11, which is Impossibly Fast. I'm a little bit thrown off too, because usually I do my eyeshadow first. And so I have all my other makeup on right now because I don't like fallout. So here's hoping that there's not a lot of fallout. I do have my mirror over here, so I probably will speed up the application process. All right, so putting Impossibly Fast. Oh, that is a lot darker than I had thought it was going to be. That's okay, we can blend that out. So how are you guys doing? Have you guys used this Twilight palette? I know it came out last year and it was incredibly popular, hard to get your hands on. I could not believe I actually got my hands on it the second go around. This shade is super dark. Uh-oh, maybe I made a mistake. Maybe I made a mistake. Let's see if this will blend out. That is incredibly dark. Oh my goodness. Trust the process. Trust the process. It'll all come together. I don't usually use such a dark color in my crease, but I have an idea of what I want to do, so that's why I'm doing the green in my crease. I'm gonna see if I can soften the edges of that a little bit. Don't want so much darkness in the inner corner right here. And I'm just gonna do the same thing to the other eye. This shade is super dark. I mean, you could definitely see that it's green, but I think it acts more like a black. So I think this is going to turn out to be a very dramatic, sultry look. Trying to make the two match. All right, let's try to soften that. Gee whiz. I'm just using the brush that I apply my eyeshadow primer with, which I use a MAC paint pot in soft ochre for my eyeshadow primer. And that actually softens this out a lot. I like that, okay? It's a little bit darker than I tend to go for, but you know what? Go bold or go home. Now with a rougher 14 brush, I think I'm gonna take Bella in the outer corner. And if this one is not as dark as the green one, I probably should have flip-flopped. So we're gonna put Bella in the outer corner. All right, I can definitely build that up. Probably could have inverted these two shades too, done the brown in the crease and then the green in the outer corner. This is definitely gonna end up being a sultry look for sure. Usually I would use concealer to clean up the edge, but I've done my concealer already, but I might take what's left of my concealer brush to kind of sharpen up that line a little bit. All right, I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side. Boy, this turned sultry real fast. And again, I'm just gonna take that brush that had my eyeshadow primer on it, and I'm just gonna go around the edges to soften. Definitely a sultry look. I think I want a little bit more of that brown on this eye. I tend to always have a problem with this eye. I have hooded eyes, and this one does not ever turn out the same shape as this one does. I always tend to have an issue with it. That's definitely patchy out here. This is why I tend to like to do my eyeshadow first before my face makeup. But we're being challenged today. Being challenged today. All right, so I could do 15 on the outer corner too, but I think I'm gonna leave that as a liner. So we have left 2, 3, and 4. So what I think I'm gonna do is on a rougher 1 brush, I'm gonna put this right on my lid. I'm gonna take my rougher 1 and I'm gonna put unconditionally on my lid. And hopefully this should lighten it up a little bit. Hopefully. Oh, that definitely is giving it a different look altogether. I've never thought about mixing blues with greens. Definitely like that. Take a little bit more of that brown, deepen that outer corner. Oh, I like that. That looks good. All right, we're gonna do the same thing to the other eye. As I'm sitting here holding the palette like this. I don't know why I'm doing that. Ooh, I like how that's looking. Okay, I did not expect that at all. I'm gonna take a fluffy crease brush and I'm gonna blend out. Oh, I love how that came out. Okay, unexpected. I'll be honest with you, when I put that green on my crease, I was like, oh my gosh, what did I just do? But this look is coming together. Definitely think this look is coming together. All right, so the whole reason why I wanted to put the blue on the lid is because I think these two shimmers are gonna look really great together. This on the outer corner and then this on the inner corner. So let me lay down some NYX glitter glue and we'll see if my thought process works. Taking NYX glitter glue. So do you guys have this palette? Have you guys used this palette? What do you guys think about this palette? I loved and was drawn to the cool tone color story of this palette. I went off on a rant though about how when this first came out, that a lot of resellers were grabbing it up and then reselling it on places for like quadruple what ColourPop was selling it for. So that was definitely something that I did not like about this palette. But now that I have the palette in my hands, this is one of my favorite palettes for winter, for cool toned looks. Absolutely love it. Never thought about putting the green and the blue together though. So that's what palette bingo is all about, right? All right, I'm gonna take a rougher number 2 and I'm going to put Immortal on my outer corner. See how that looks. And this is kind of like a Super Shock shadow in this palette. So it's kind of piecey. So this could be a disaster with fallout all over my face. Trying to pack my brush with the amount that I want. Wow, I actually like how this look is coming out. Never thought to put the blue and the green together, especially that dark of a green, but it's working. Okay. Wow, I like how this is coming together. And then I'm gonna put Prom Night on the inner corner. Same brush, I'm just gonna flip it over. Do the same thing to the other eye. These pastel colors, the blue colors, really toned this green down. I mean, that green was intense when I first put it on. Did not expect that. Gorgeous. And then inner corner. All right. I like how that's looking. Like that. I'm gonna take my fluffy brush again with no products and I'm just going to blend. All right, I like how that's looking. All right, I'm gonna take a Sigma flat definer brush and we're gonna take the final shade, shade number 15, which is Forever Young. And I'm gonna put it on my lower lash line as well as define my upper lash line with it like I would a liner. Okay, I really like how that's looking. A little bit of a wing. Wow. All right, I'm gonna do the same thing to the other eye. put mascara on, and we'll come right back. And this is the completed look with mascara and my hair pulled out of my barrettes. I'm gonna zoom in closer so you guys can see the look. Did not think this look was going to get pulled together. I will be honest, it is definitely a deep, dramatic look, but I would totally wear this look to a concert. Going out to like a club, although I'm old and I really don't do a lot of that anymore. But I did not expect this green shade to pack such a punch. This is highly pigmented. And I'm actually really glad that I put this in the crease, because I think had I inverted it, I think it would still have been a dramatic look, but I just like the way that it went down. You can see that there's still brown in my outer crease, but then it meshes with the black eyeliner. And I actually really love this look. And then the blues, I think, look fantastic on the lid. And you can see a hint of the green in my crease, but it's not as crazy as when I first put it on. So I did not think this look was gonna get pulled together, but it did. And I'm actually really curious to see DW's look as well, to see if she did exactly what I did or if she went a different route. So make sure you go over to her channel. Like I said, I'm gonna put her channel in the description box down below. And she's gonna use the same exact shades. And let's see if she comes up with the same look as me. She comes up with a different look, a different way of putting them on her eyes. But I actually really love this look. I can't stop looking at myself in the mirror. I have a mirror behind my camera and I just can't stop looking at it. It came out really good and I'm really shocked. This is the first time I've ever done a palette bingo. So thank you, DW, for pushing me outside of my comfort zone, for pushing me to do my base makeup first before I did my eyes. That actually worked out okay. I don't think a lot of fallout got on me, which is good. We like that. Thank you, DW, for inviting me to do this. Put down in the comments what you think of this look. Did you think I was going to be able to pull it out? I don't know. I was scared there for a minute. I was scared for sure. And if you're coming over from DW's channel, hi, welcome to A Beautiful Mess. We embrace the mess here. If you're part of my community, definitely head over to her channel and check out what look she did with these shades. That's everything that I have for you today. Thank you so much for spending time with me. You know I always love when you do. Don't forget, if you like what you see, to hit that like button, the subscribe button, and the notification bell. That lets YouTube know that you like my content and that other people with the same interests as you will like my content too. Thanks again, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye, everyone.